Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to our channel and thanks for logging on. Today we're discussing a unique and exceptionally rare specimen of the Zenith El Primero. This is the Zenith El Primero Chronomaster Baroque by Kurt Schaffo, an exceptionally low-volume skeletonized and engraved timepiece from the early 2000s. You can see this 40mm yellow gold métier d'art on our website, where you can purchase it. Subscribe to our YouTube channel if you enjoy these videos, and click on the card in the upper right hand corner of the screen at any time during this video to see our full commercial listing for this watch with additional accessories included in the sale, high resolution images, and naturally complete pricing details for this unique, completely skeletonized and hand engraved El Primero. Now, the watch on my wrist seems to jump off the wrist. This thing has a ferocious wrist presence because of the power of colored gold and the almost hypnotic effect of all those evacuated portions with the exposed beating escapement literally right under your gaze. The watch is 40mm across the round of the case, not including the crown or pushers, but as I've often said, colored gold looks bigger than it is, especially with the visual mass of that triple-stepped bezel. Now from lug to lug, it's actually a reasonable span. You can wear this on a smaller wrist, 46.5 across the wrist, so even if your wrist is 14.5 centimeters in circumference, you should have no problem wearing this one with style and security. It's not even that thick, despite the appearance that it has a mountainous bezel and sapphire. It's actually only 12mm thick, and you can see how the bezel and the sapphire both are formed to help a dress cuff ramp up and over this watch. Now it's paired with a very high-grade gloss monotone stitch black rectangular scale alligator leather strap, supple calf skin on the bottom. It is a Zenith strap, and it's paired with a very substantial full yellow gold double deployant. The double deployant, again, having a tremendous amount of internal mass. You can see the size of the frame as well as the swing arms. Zenith did not cut corners here, and it remains just as crisp as it was during its period of new manufacture, beautifully intact. And again, the tolerances remain crisp. You can see and you can hear and you can feel it as you operate the clasp. And it's nice because it counterbalances the watch. With enough heft, the clasp allows you to wear the watch loose on the wrist such that it's not going to shift around if you are such that you enjoy a loose wrist fit. This one isn't going to move. Now you can see the dial of the watch is essentially inseparable from the style of the watch and the caliber of the watch. You'll note the signature of Kurt Schaffo at 12 o'clock. Now he is the artisan with his studio in Laloque and his son/apprentice Christian, who puts out a few dozen watches a year, very low volume, almost like Armin Strom in his prime, doing just a few pieces, sometimes in small batch commissions from manufacturers. And that's how this early 2000s special series came about. Officially known as the El Primero Chronomaster Baroque, the watch is not electro-spark eroded, but actually hand skeletonized and then hand engraved. Now, there are a lot of skeleton watches in the world today that are somewhat mass-produced by virtue of electro-spark erosion. It's a great way to produce a cost-effective skeletonized watch, and something that is probably best known in the ranks of the Chrono-Swiss skeletons from the mid to late 90s. They're known for that electro-spark erosion. This was done the old-fashioned way. There's a reason why Schaffo Senior and Son only put out perhaps 40 to 60 watches a year. It's incredibly time consuming and labor intensive. And yes, there is a difference between skeletonization and engraving. Skeletonization involves evacuating the bridges and the plates. Engraving is the immense amount of floral, arabesque, and flourish work done on what remains of the bridges and the plates. And you can see how the guts of the watch, the actual functional components, are even more accessible. So if you love watchmaking, this is a great watch to have. You can see at center the motion works that actuate the hands. You can see at 3 o'clock the keyless works that allows the watch to be wound and set. And you can see just below my thumb here the entire terminus of the drivetrain. From the mainspring, you can actually follow the wheels of the drivetrain to the escape wheel and the palate as it indexes the balance. And this being an El Primero, it is running at 36,000 vibrations per hour or 10 beats per second. As ever, automatic winding, it's essentially a caliber 400 that's been extensively reworked. One of the pitfalls of Zenith is, though it's a strong manufacturer that has all of the arts associated with watchmaking under one roof, it only finishes its absolute top models well into the six-figure range with the highest level of finish available at the manufacturer. By commissioning Kurt Schaffo To imbue this watch with his own standard and style of finish, Zenith creates a watch that is attainable, especially in pre-owned condition, that has a level of finish you will not see on anything short of Zenith's own grand complications. This is a truly unique watch. It is a truly unique opportunity, and at 40 millimeters, it's not ungainly huge. Plus, the watch features all of the underlying merits of the El Primero, the high beat escapement, the column wheel for actuating the functions. And you can see it like never before in action. Because of the skeletonized character of the watch, the levers and the underlying chronograph drivetrain are completely visible floating above the base plate. The watch is handsome, unique, special, and yes, this is an official Zenith factory product. The closest comparison would be something like a B2K twin-turbo Corvette from the late 80s, back when you could go to your Chevrolet dealer, check option box B2K, and that activated the Callaway engineered and built twin-turbo Corvette option. Now, it was built and engineered by Callaway, but it was sold and warrantied by Chevrolet. This is exactly like that. Commissioned and blessed by Zenith, it has all of the underlying mechanical merits, plus a level of artistry heretofore unknown in the Chronomaster line, and to this day still extremely exclusive. You can see and you can purchase this unique El Primero Chronomaster Baroque on our website.